Hey folks, the not so evil Viking 13 here, and welcome back to my Empire Total War American Road to Independence Let's Play series. We are rapidly approaching the end here. The British are on the run. The year is actually 1799. We're about to turn over the new century. Here in the south, the British army that had been stationed in Virginia is decimated and on the run from General Garth Bond and his forces here in the Carolinas. Williamsburg itself has been captured, and we are now repairing buildings throughout the state. It is undefended at the moment, but the remaining British forces have assembled to defend Philadelphia and make their last stand. Unfortunately, we do have this issue of these British fleets blockading our ports over here in Providence and New York, and we really can't do anything about that. We don't have the naval forces to meet them in open combat. Even if they are damaged, it's really hard to tell which state they're in. This is just a massive navy. Now I may attempt to have our fleet here actually break out of the blockade. It may be a suicide run. I might try it anyway. We'll see. Before we do anything else though, let's make sure that our lines are fortified. We have two armies securing the Confederation of New England and New York. We have a good-sized army up here in the Iroquois territory, so that is locked down nicely. I don't believe we have any other British fleets out there that I can see. The northern areas do look pretty calm for once. And we're not going to attack Philadelphia quite yet. Let's go ahead and end this turn and see where it takes us. Okay, one British fleet has retreated, leaving only one to blockade our ports in New York. Despite the one blockade that remains, we're still raking in the money. 10,000 gold that turn, mainly from the trade through Providence, and our tax incomes from our regions. Recruitment report. We have a fourth-rate ship with a line somewhere. Ah, the Carolinas, perfect. Let's get him up here. With the addition of that fourth rate, we might go ahead and try to ambush this blockading fleet. And if we can't take it out, we'll just damage them and then run. First, let's take General Garth Bond's army. Let's send him to chase down those remaining forces that had fortified Williamsburg. And we won't be able to reach them this turn, but they are close. With all this gold, let's go ahead and play it safe and recruit some more forces to fortify the Carolinas. Get 2 units of cannon added there. And some militia. Upgrade our cotton plantations. Most of this will probably never come to fruition because the campaign is about to end, and the way that this is set up, we don't continue directly from the point that we leave off here in the Road to Independence campaign. There is a kind of saved game, saved state that you start from as you continue to play as America on the global campaign. Make sure that all of our armies are replenished as we prepare to march on Philadelphia, probably this turn. For now, let's make that naval move. Admiral John Jones is going to attempt to engage the far superior British Navy and free the port of New York. Looks like the British Navy is a bit damaged. A couple of their ships are beaten up. but they still outclass us by a lot. Seeing that our Navy is outclassed by the British forces, we're going to have to play this with a bit of a cat and mouse strategy. I'm going to divide my ships here using the control keys into group formations. Get them in line astern formation, with Admiral Jones and his forces leading the charge. And we'll have a group of 3 fifth rates in line formation, and 1 light attack group here. The sloop, a 6th rate, and a second, a brig, there we go. Not a very powerful navy at all, but not bad for a fledgling nation either. I'm going to deploy up here, this side of the deployment zone, so that we can go ahead and use the wind to our advantage. And there you have it. The pride of the American Navy, Admiral Jones's fleet, about to take on the forces of the British Empire. Oh wow, okay, my estimate was pretty far off. It looks like there's only 1 damaged British ship, which is their smallest and weakest ship, the small brig right here. He's got some serious hull damage and missing most of his cannons, but the main part of the British fleet is fresh from the harbor, fully repaired, ready to go. Their 4th rates, like mine, are decent battleships, but the really impressive stuff are these 2nd rates. Look at those cannons. 86 cannons on a ship. Think about how many cannons my armies have fielded throughout this campaign. Might have had maybe 6, 9, 12 cannons per army. And this single 2nd rate, the Monmouth, has 86 cannon. That's insane. And of course they have 2 of those 2nd rates. Then a 3rd rate with 74 cannons. 2nd 3rd rate, and a 3rd, nope, that's a 4th rate. So thankfully they don't have 3 3rd rates. But they already outclass me just in the number of 4th rates alone. Here we have the USS Good Hope, the USS Bunker Hill, the Virginia, the USS Viking is actually bringing up the rear here. Somehow Admiral Jones's flagship got pushed to the back of the line. Oh well. And we have the Good Hope at 5th rate, the Repulse, and the USS Repulse. Okay, that's confusing. And the Dolphin, the Southampton, and the Fly. It's not a very intimidating ship name, the Fly. I'm going to switch my cannons here as we close to engagement and fire a chain shot and try to slow this fleet down. We've got to try and move around them just out of range if we're going to survive this battle. Here come the first shots. Whoa, look at that volley from the Monmouth. Massive broadside. Thankfully at that range, not very effective. I don't have the range for chain shot, so I'm going to go ahead and switch these guys over to traditional round shot. Whew, they're gonna get battered. One of their ships has surrendered. Just a small ship, though. Need to get these guys back out of range, but the wind is not in our favor at all. Ooh, two of their ships have just collided. The Monmouth and the smaller Mary Rose there. We can separate a few of these ships and wear them down slowly. I'm going to ungroup this ship with Good Hope and turn its good side towards the enemy. Its left side has definitely gotten pounded here, which you guys can see on its health bar right there on the left side. Let's get him to turn. Alright, the Mary Rose has surrendered. Rose 1 4th rate. Their brig is also about to surrender. Fortunately, our fleet has kind of gotten separated here. Let's give the Monmouth a nice broadside there. Almost in range. There we go. Now she's taking some serious damage. Slowly, ever so slowly. Looks like our smaller fleet up here, our fast ships, are distracting the Navy successfully, keeping them moving to counter instead of engaging the main part of my fleet all at once, and that is a very, very good thing. Oh no, the Good Hope is listing really hard there. I believe she's taking on some water. I'm going to attempt to have Group 2 here fall into line kind of behind Group 1. Just keep making passes. Group 1 is getting a little bit too close there. Let's have them peel back some. Wow, the Mary Rose is listing really hard. She's surrendered, but I think she's sinking as well. Yeah, that's not a good angle. We're definitely wearing them down. They're kind of scattered and disorganized here at this point. That brig has lost its main mast and it's just routing. But we have bigger fish to fry. Much, much bigger fish. The Sachem here has barely taken any damage. Yet. Bunker Hill and what is this? The Warren are kind of trading shots back and forth here. Let's turn you towards them here. Give them a good broadside. Oh boy. The British are charging in. This is not going to go well. Yep, the Mary Rose is sinking. However, we are also losing the Good Hope. Yep, she is sinking. And they are abandoning ship. Oh, he jumped from the mast. Whoa. The Boxer and the Viking are neck and neck here, just trading shots back and forth. Well, he's also surrounded by the Virginia. They do outclass us, though. Yep, the Viking has just surrendered after taking some massive damage there. We just can't compete with these larger ships. We're going to switch to grape shot. Maybe too late though. Yep. We have surrendered. At this point, I'm going to order my fleet to withdraw and get out of there. Well, despite staggering odds, we have managed to sink a couple of British ships and really smash up a few more. The Monmouth, one of their very powerful second rates, has taken an extreme amount of damage. It's lost a mast, it's lost about 30-ish cannons, and a third of its crew as well. We've taken pretty bad losses ourselves with a couple of ships sunk and surrendered, but we should be able to get the rest of our fleet out of here with relative safety. Think about the power of the British Empire in this time period. They truly did rule the seas. Our noble Admiral John Jones has gone down with his flagship. The USS Viking has been lost. It is currently being passed by the USS Repulse, which is withdrawing, while continuing to trade shots with the Sachem, the second-rate ship of the line. There is the Viking. And the Repulse just surrendered. Oh man. Got intercepted by the British Warren. We're gonna fast forward here and hope that some of our ships actually manage to get away. Ah, the Virginia has surrendered. The wind is now in their favor, and they're chasing down our ships. The entirety of their fleet is now chasing the wounded Good Hope. Which is our last fifth rate. There's the edge of the battle area. on, go, go, go. That has got to be a terrifying sight to see behind you. Just massive sails. And there it is. The Good Hope has escaped the battle. Close defeat. Here's the summary of the battle. We deployed 10 versus their 10. However, we were very, very outclassed, of course. We actually lost 2. And they lost 1. We did have 4 ships surrender. And we had 4 ships escape. And we have withdrawn. We're going to repair that navy. And we'll get a little bit more recruiting. Although we will probably not have time to use it.